Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally. Today I am joining a third Thursday thrift flip. So if you are new to my channel, here you will find a number of crafts, some furniture flips, great dump hauls, and then trash to treasures from those same items. This challenge is hosted by Tammy at the Rusted Willow and Elizabeth at G More Gals, and their special guest this month is Mom Das from Creative DIY. Make sure you check out the playlist in my description box to see all the wonderful videos of the creators joining me today. Item 1 is a set of 4 slate coasters that were new in box at the good table at our dump, and they were some kind of advertisement for a company. So I took some Annie Sloan Pure White and just went ahead and gave those 2 coats and left the edges, which were kind of a rough stone edge, completely black, rather than having to sand them afterwards or distress them. I decided to just go ahead and leave the edges black. Once both coats were completely dry, I took them outside and sprayed them with a Rust-Oleum clear matte finish. And I had some music tissue paper, so I just went ahead and tore that into a rough square and decoupaged that on with the Mod Podge, and I did that to the 4, and then I went on to some free graphics that I found online and printed onto rice paper and just hand tore that rice paper and then decoupaged the images right over the music. My bird got stuck in the printer and had to get cut, but I was able to actually piece that together and it still came out great. When that was finished, I did Mod Podge over the top of all 4 of these coasters 2 times to give them a good finish, knowing that obviously somebody will be placing a drink on these coasters, or they could just obviously be used as a little decor piece if you want to just stand them up. And I think for free, really, it really didn't cost me anything, that these came out really, really sweet. So here they are, displayed a couple of different ways, and a really good simple thing that you can do if you have a piece of wood or some cardboard coasters, something that you would like to go over. This is a very simple, easy way to do that. You can, if you don't have Mod Podge, use watered down school glue, and really that's all there is to it. You can print your own paper, you can use tissue paper, you can use some graphics that you already have. So I did 2 in the more traditional Christmas and 2 in the more vintage blue and white Christmas. You'll have to let me know which of these you prefer in your decor. And then that takes me on to item number 2. And that is also an item that was found in our dump on the good table. You can take or leave whatever you like in our local dump. And so somebody had left one of these picture frames that say 50th anniversary at the top. And it looked brand new. I don't think it was ever used. So I just cleaned that up. And then I took out that same Annie Sloan's Pure White and painted directly over the porcelain frame as well as the glass. I did not want to use this as a picture frame, but this is a great thing to do if you would like to frame something, if you want to use some clay and make a clay piece of decor or something. You can glue that right in the center, or you can use fabric, or you can make it shabby chic. You can do a number of items here, but I'm trying to make this vignette kind of all go together. So I painted this with 2 coats of that Annie Sloan chalked paint. And then once both of those were dry, made sure I was going to do this on the right side. If anybody has ever crafted for a while, we've all done something upside down. And so you only do that once or twice, and then you realize you really got to check that out before you start going. So I took that same tissue paper, the musical tissue paper, and again, I did spray, since this is a chalk paint, I did spray the clear matte finish on it before Mod Podge, because any kind of liquid would reactivate chalked paint. But if you're using a latex paint, then you do not need to spray that. And then I Mod Podged another little bird that I had gotten. This comes from Etsy. I purchased, it's called the LTD collection, and I got 2 sheets of rice paper, about $2.50 each, $3 each maybe, of the cutest little birds. And so I had a couple of those left from some projects that I had done recently. Mod Podged that in the middle. And then I took the I love antiquing wax, and so I took the antiquing wax and just brushed that on top of the detail that is on the outside of this frame, and took a rag and just wiped that back so that this will have a more vintage feel to it. And then I did go around, I did that twice to bring out the raised floral parts on the frame. And I did just go around the interior edge of that picture frame to give the edge of the musical paper also a little bit of an antique look. I did not want to do the whole thing, but it also did bring out some of the brown that was already in the graphic with the bird. So that is really all there was to it with this one. Again, this is free to me, minus the probably 25 cents probably on the bird, but you could, again, use any graphic that you have. And I thought it looked adorable with the little angel I made out of a spindle recently. If you'd like to see that video, I will link it below. And then that takes me on to item number 3. Now, this is really more of a quick thing I did. I went outside and I just took my clippers and clipped some branches off one of the pine trees, and then went out to some kind of a red berry that's growing in my forest. And I took this basket that I had gotten from our dump, I believe, yes, for free. And then I just filled it. I didn't use any foam. I just laid the greens in there. I laid the berries on top. I took some long cinnamon sticks that I had and some pine cones, and I just laid them in that basket. And then I had just a piece of cardstock here, and I Mod Podged again a piece of music, and then another bird from the rice paper birds that I had purchased on Etsy, and made myself just a little hang tag, and then cut that a little bit, and then took some antiquing wax once that was dry, and a little bit of the dollar store lace that I used as a little hanger for the tag, and then just used that same lace to tie the hang tag right on to the basket, just to give that a little bit of a matching look for the little vignette that I was making. And so that's really all I had time for this video, but I am grateful that you stopped by to check it out, and I hope that you will take a look at the description box and hit the playlist, and you will be able to see the wonderful videos that all of the other creators in this challenge did. And this is open every third Thursday. If you are interested, then you can reach out to either Tammy on the Rusted Willow or to Elizabeth on the G More Gals, and they will let you participate. So thanks for stopping by. I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Take care.